Hey everyone! Now, I'm not one to buy into hype, but when I started seeing reports of potential shortages and price hikes on essential grocery items, I knew I had to look into it. What I found actually surprised me. We're talking 8 everyday items that could be impacted. Look, I'm not saying these shortages are guaranteed, but some of these items are pantry staples you use every day anyway. Why not be prepared? And the last one on the list, that one could be huge. Stick around to the end for that. All right, let's talk peanut butter. I mean, who doesn't love peanut butter? It's a staple in many households, a go-to for quick snacks, and a favorite among kids and adults alike. It's delicious, versatile, and packed with protein. You can spread it on bread, mix it into smoothies, or even use it in baking. But did you know that peanut farmers are facing some serious challenges? These challenges are not just minor hiccups. They are significant issues that could impact our beloved peanut butter. We're talking about unpredictable weather, rising costs, and lower crop yields. Climate change has made weather patterns erratic, making it harder for farmers to predict and plan their crops. This means less peanut butter on the shelves and potentially higher prices. The supply chain disruptions add another layer of complexity, making it difficult to get peanut butter from farms to stores. Now you might be thinking, okay, so peanut butter gets a little more expensive, what's the big deal? But it's more than just a price hike. Peanut butter is a great source of healthy fats and protein, and it lasts for a long time, even past the expiration date. It's a reliable food item that many people depend on for their daily nutrition. Yeah, you heard that right. Even if it gets a little oily or the taste changes slightly, it's still safe to eat. The oil separation is natural and can be easily mixed back in. So stocking up on a few extra jars now could save you some serious cash and hassle down the line. Think of it as a small investment in your pantry that pays off when prices go up or supplies run low. Plus, having a stash of peanut butter means you're always ready for a quick snack or a nutritious meal. It's a simple way to ensure you and your family have access to a healthy, protein-packed food source. And let's not forget the farmers. By understanding their challenges and supporting them, we can help ensure that peanut butter remains a staple in our diets for years to come. So next time you're at the store, consider picking up an extra jar or two. It's a small step that can make a big difference. Now, let's move on to something a little more controversial: canned meats. Yes, those often overlooked and sometimes frowned upon staples of the pantry. I know, some people turn their noses up at canned tuna or chicken, but hear me out. These humble cans have more to offer than you might think. The meat industry is facing some major disruptions. From labor shortages to rising feed costs, the challenges are mounting. We've got labor shortages, rising feed costs, and let's not forget the push for alternative protein sources like plant-based burgers and even lab-grown meat. These alternatives are gaining traction, but they come with their own set of challenges and costs. This all adds up to potential price hikes and even shortages of traditional meat products. Imagine going to the store and finding your favorite cuts of meat either unavailable or priced sky high. But canned meats, they're like the Timex of the food world. They take a licking and keep on ticking. These cans are resilient, enduring, and reliable. They last for years, they're packed with protein, and let's be honest, they can be pretty tasty in a pinch. Whether you're in a rush or just need a quick meal, canned meats can be a lifesaver. So whether you're a fan of tuna salad, chicken noodle soup, or just want a quick and easy protein source, stocking up on some canned meats now could be a smart move. They offer convenience, longevity, and nutritional value, making them a versatile addition to any pantry. Think about it. In times of uncertainty, having a reliable source of protein that doesn't require refrigeration can be incredibly reassuring. Plus, with a little creativity, you can turn these canned goods into delicious meals that your whole family will enjoy. From casseroles to pasta dishes, the possibilities are endless. So next time you're at the grocery store, don't overlook the canned meat aisle. It might just be the key to keeping your meals both affordable and satisfying in the days to come. Vinegar. It's not just for salad dressings anymore. This versatile liquid is a powerhouse in the kitchen. And guess what? It's also facing potential shortages. The crops used to make vinegar, like grapes and apples, are being hit with unpredictable weather and rising costs, which means vinegar production could be impacted. But here's why you should care. Vinegar is a natural preservative, so it can help your food last longer. It's also a fantastic cleaning agent and has antimicrobial properties. And the best part? Vinegar has an almost indefinite shelf life. Seriously, a bottle of vinegar can last you for years. So stock up on your favorite varieties now, whether it's apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, or even balsamic. Dried beans, the affordable protein powerhouse. Let's talk beans, baby. Dried beans, to be exact. They're inexpensive, packed with protein and fiber, and they store incredibly well. But here's the thing. Transport disruptions are causing headaches for the food industry, and dried beans are no exception. We're talking about shipping container shortages, trucking delays, and rising fuel costs, all of which can impact the availability and price of dried beans. But don't worry, there's a simple solution. Stock up. A few extra bags of lentils, black beans, or chickpeas can go a long way. They're incredibly versatile, perfect for soups, stews, salads, or even as a meat substitute in vegetarian dishes. Rice, the global staple facing uncertainty. Rice, the staple food for billions around the world, is facing some serious challenges. Geopolitical tensions, coupled with extreme weather events, are putting a strain on global rice production. This means we could see price hikes and even shortages of this pantry essential. But here's the good news. Rice stores incredibly well, like ridiculously well. If stored properly in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, rice can last for years, even decades. So stocking up on a few extra bags of your favorite rice varieties, whether it's long grain, basmati, or jasmine, is a no-brainer. Honey, nature's liquid gold, is facing a sticky situation. Bee populations are declining due to a variety of factors, including pesticide use, habitat loss, and climate change. This is bad news for honey lovers, as it could lead to higher prices and even shortages of this golden nectar. But here's why you should care. Honey isn't just delicious, it's also incredibly good for you. It has antimicrobial properties, can soothe sore throats, and may even help with allergies. Plus, honey never expires. Seriously, archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are still edible. So next time you're at the store, consider grabbing an extra jar or two of raw, unpasteurized honey. Your future self will thank you. Powdered milk. It might not be the most glamorous item in the grocery store, but it could become a pantry staple in the near future. Why? Well, the dairy industry is facing increasing scrutiny over its environmental impact, particularly its contribution to greenhouse gas emissions. This has led to calls for reducing our reliance on traditional dairy products, and powdered milk could be a viable alternative. It's just as nutritious as regular milk, lasts much longer, and requires less energy to produce and transport. Now, I'm not saying you need to ditch your regular milk entirely, but having a few bags of powdered milk on hand could be a smart move. It's great for baking, can be used in a pinch if you run out of fresh milk, and could be a valuable resource if dairy prices continue to rise. Salt. It's the spice of life, right? This humble mineral has been a cornerstone of human civilization for thousands of years. We literally need it to survive. Our bodies rely on salt to maintain fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. But what if I told you that even salt, the most basic of pantry staples, could be vulnerable to shortages? It sounds almost unthinkable, doesn't it? Now, before you panic and start hoarding table salt like it's the apocalypse, hear me out. The situation isn't dire, but it's worth understanding the factors at play. Currently, there are no widespread salt shortages. The shelves are stocked, and there's no need for alarm. However, the salt industry is not immune to the same challenges facing other food producers. The production and distribution of salt can be affected by a variety of issues. We're talking about unpredictable weather events that can disrupt salt production, transportation bottlenecks that delay delivery, and rising energy costs that increase production expenses. All of these factors can impact the price and availability of salt. And let's not forget that salt is essential for food preservation. It's a key ingredient in pickling, curing, and fermenting, processes that have been used for centuries to extend the shelf life of food. In a pinch, it can be used to preserve meat, fish, and vegetables, extending their shelf life and reducing food waste. This makes salt an invaluable resource, especially in times of uncertainty. So, while you don't need to build a salt fort in your living room just yet, having a few extra containers of salt on hand could provide peace of mind. It's a small step that can make a big difference in ensuring you have what you need when you need it. Throughout history, salt has been more than just a seasoning. It was once so valuable that it was used as currency and played a crucial role in trade and economy. Wars have been fought over it, and entire cities have been built around its production. Today, while we may take it for granted, salt remains a vital part of our daily lives. From the food we eat to the roads we drive on in winter, its importance cannot be overstated. So next time you reach for that salt shaker, take a moment to appreciate this essential mineral. It's more than just a seasoning, it's a cornerstone of human civilization and a key to our survival. So there you have it, 8 everyday grocery items that could be impacted by shortages or price hikes in the coming months. Look, I get it. It's easy to dismiss this as fear-mongering or overreacting. But here's the thing, preparing for potential disruptions doesn't have to be stressful or expensive. Think of it as a little insurance policy for your pantry. By stocking up on a few extra items now, you'll be ahead of the curve and can avoid the stress of empty shelves and rising prices later. Remember, it's always better to be prepared than caught off guard.